Whoever wrote the post was believed to have also attended the concert in Boston, and it sure seems that he or she works at the company. They knew Kristin Cabot's precise title in HR, and they also knew that both executives are married.
And can we talk about the employee that was with them? She obviously knows what's going on because she's there.
The two executives caught on that now infamous Coldplay Kiss Cam were first identified on a TikTok account of someone who apparently works at the company. Oh my God, that looks like Astronomer CEO Andy Byron and Astronomer Chief People Officer Kristin Cabot. That's going to be one awkward board meeting, if not a couple divorces too.
The company's board of directors accepted that resignation today, saying that it will begin the search for a replacement. In a statement released on the company's LinkedIn page, it says this, that Astronomer is committed to the values and culture that have guided us since our founding. Our leaders are expected to set the standard in both conduct and accountability, and recently that standard was not met.
Chief Executive Andy Byron has tendered his resignation to the board of directors and they have accepted. The board will begin a search for our next chief executive as co-founder and chief product officer Pete DeJoy continues to serve as interim CEO.
Welcome to HushBuzzz, where secrets don't just whisper, they scream. And today we've got a tech world scandal that's messier than a Reddit thread at midnight. This isn't just office drama, it's betrayal, power abuse, public humiliation, and a corporate implosion, all wrapped in a single viral moment. Meet Andy Byron, former CEO of the billion-dollar AI company Astronomer, and Kristin Cabot, his HR chief. Both married, both powerful, and both very publicly caught in a compromising situation at a Coldplay concert. What started as a jumbotron moment turned into a PR disaster, and now an ex-employee is spilling the kind of insider tea that could burn down what's left of their reputations. If you thought this story ended with a resignation letter, think again.
We've now learned that the technology company Astronomer has announced that its CEO, Andy Byron, seen here, as you saw, embracing a woman who is not his wife, has resigned from the company.
Why do you think that couple was chosen?
If I was directing that show, I would have put them up in a heartbeat. The body language that they were showing and the shot there, it's a good-looking couple. He's got his arms around her. I would have done it 10 times out of 10.
So let's rewind to the night the internet imploded. Gillette Stadium was packed. Coldplay was performing under glowing lights. Fans were singing along, lost in the music, and then the Kiss Cam swept through the crowd. You know how it goes. The audience laughs, claps, maybe even cheers. But then, the camera landed on a sharply dressed man with his arm awkwardly around a woman who immediately pulled away like she touched fire. The crowd went silent for a second. The man turned pale. The woman laughed nervously. And somewhere backstage, a Coldplay producer might have gasped, "Oh no." Because that wasn't just anyone. That man was Andy Byron, CEO of Astronomer IO. And sitting beside him, Kristin Cabot, his HR chief. And definitely not his wife.
Grace Springer first posted the video being seen around the world.
It was the reaction from Andy that kind of sealed the deal. He looked pretty guilty.
So jumbotrons, kiss cams at big events, you never know what you might uncover like this.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right. Oh, you okay? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. I'm not quite sure what to do.
Even the bananas couldn't.
He's married with teenage children. Kristin Cabot has been divorced for 3 years. She was hired just 8 months ago. And now that 15 seconds of video is having a devastating impact on both of their lives. The New York Post front page headline, Jumbotron. I spoke with workplace expert Stephen Viscusi.
This requires, to me, not one, but 2 resignations.
And this wasn't just a one-off. Someone who claimed to be a current or former Astronomer employee posted the video on TikTok with a caption that read like a corporate eulogy. Oh my God, that looks like Astronomer CEO Andy Byron and HR chief Kristin Cabot. That's going to be one awkward board meeting, if not a couple of divorces too. Boom. Just like that, the video went viral. Millions of views in hours. Reddit threads, Twitter sleuths, LinkedIn drama, people dissected their facial expressions like they were on trial. That one clip, just seconds long, opened the floodgates. The internet didn't just speculate, it investigated. And what it found cracked open a Pandora's box of corporate misconduct.
He is Andy Byron, the CEO of AI startup Astronomer, and she is the company's head of HR, Kristin Cabot. He is married, she is recently divorced. Both are in big trouble, as is their until recently booming billion-dollar business.
It's really exciting for our company. We see a huge opportunity ahead of us.
It would appear the future of his marriage doesn't look as exciting.
The CEO of a billion-dollar business is in damage control after his affair with a colleague was exposed, of all places, on Kiss Cam.
Within 48 hours, Astronomer made it official. Andy Byron had resigned. The company posted a statement on LinkedIn that felt like it came straight from a crisis PR handbook. We are committed to the values and culture that have guided us since our founding. Our leaders are expected to set the standard in both conduct and accountability, and recently that standard was not met. Translation, we fired him, but nicely. Kristin Cabot? Her LinkedIn account disappeared quietly with no formal statement. Just digital silence. As if deleting a profile could erase the chaos left behind. But make no mistake, this wasn't about bad press anymore. It was about damage control, legal consequences, corporate reputation, investor panic.
Forget the Epstein files. I want to see the text messages of that Astronomer CEO that got caught cheating at the Coldplay concert.
That's the HR lady's assistant. That's why they're able to go to concerts together, right? Because, don't worry, there's a third party there. HR is such trash, by the way. So she brought her underling there to cover for them. The CEO's wife found out about it. She's already removed his last name from her LinkedIn and Facebook, apparently. Many people at the company knew that he was sleazy, previously worked for him. Moral of the story, don't go to a Coldplay concert.
And now, here's where the real drama kicks in. An ex-Astronomer employee is stepping into the spotlight, anonymously leaking what they claim are jaw-dropping details. According to their posts on X, formerly Twitter, the affair between Byron and Cabot wasn't some heat-of-the-moment mistake. It was long-term, strategic, and worst of all, well-known within the company. The leaker alleges that the affair was an open secret among upper-level employees, and that complaints about favoritism or inappropriate behavior were either ignored or buried. Sound familiar? It's the kind of story that makes HR departments across America start sweating bullets.
I would pay to be a fly on the wall in the office.
And this is pretty viral stuff. Or do we have to get HR involved? I know that HR was involved.
The moral of the story here is don't get caught on Kiss Cam. And the tidbit is that's not his wife.
The entire business of every single HR department is just an absolute nightmare of people who are constantly being used to attack the best people in a company and then do stuff like this, right? On the side. It's incredible. They're so awful. The witches of HR are just like the bane of every company. Anyway, here we go. So
Let's
she brought her under.
The ex-employee claims that Kristin's hiring process was suspiciously fast-tracked. Despite being relatively new to the company, just 8 months in, she reportedly had direct access to major decisions, budget conversations, and even board communications. Other employees noticed, some raised concerns, but nothing changed. Why? Because the CEO had her back. The leaker goes even further, saying there were signs of emotional unprofessionalism during internal Zoom calls, like visible tension between the two, last-minute calendar changes that aligned suspiciously, and mysterious meeting invites that excluded other department heads.
If you're gonna have an affair, why would you bring her to a concert in public where everybody can see you? What if you even ran into someone you knew? Who cares about the jumbotron? What if you ran into someone you knew? Huh?
28-year-old Grace Springer was at the concert at the Gillette Stadium in Boston and captured the moment that has now been viewed 53 million times.
I could have never guessed that it would be such high-profile individuals in the video. I do feel sorry for their partners and spouses that they had to find out this way.
Do you think if they had not tried to hide, Coldplay would have moved on?
100%. I think if they acted natural, no one would have thought twice. What a cute couple. I mean, I'm sure people in their inner circle might have caught something, but I definitely wouldn't have posted that video.
The whistleblower, who says they were let go under unclear circumstances, believes their dismissal was directly tied to knowing too much. And now they're done staying quiet. They've hinted that Slack messages, internal emails, and even meeting recordings exist, documents that could prove favoritism, ethical violations, and possibly even retaliation. If these files ever get leaked, Astronomer won't just be dealing with an image crisis, they'll be facing legal liabilities and maybe even a class action lawsuit. The leaker's tone is chilling. The public deserves to know what goes on behind closed doors. People's lives were affected, not just the execs.
It doesn't take a scientist to figure out that they didn't want us to see whatever we saw.
Yeah. Man, he dropped out real quick as you turned.
Yeah, because he just realized how many millions of dollars he lost.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, it's like, if he didn't freak out, no one would have any idea that this had happened.
True.
They've now locked all their comments. Oh no. Oh no. Is Andy Byron and HR having an affair still hold their positions at the company? Is it ethical?
Oh, the irony. Kristin Cabot was head of HR, the one person in charge of upholding workplace ethics, ensuring fair treatment, and protecting employees from abuse. And yet, here she was, allegedly involved in an affair with the CEO, silencing dissent and benefiting from favoritism. It's like a plot twist that would get rejected in a Netflix drama for being too unrealistic. Employees reportedly feared retaliation for speaking up. One even told a tech blog anonymously that Astronomer's office culture became tense and paranoid in the months leading up to the Coldplay concert. You didn't want to be in the room with both of them, the source said. You just didn't.
Here's Astronomer's leadership. This is Andy Byron. And right down here is the Chief People Officer. There you go. Kristin Cabot, Chief People Officer. Although the weird thing is that if you click on their LinkedIns and poof, they're gone. Deleted their LinkedIns. Too bad, you know? They'll be a scumbag. And if you are a scumbag, then, well, I guess you deserve this. You don't cheat on your wife, that makes you a scumbag. Let's just start there, full stop. But if you want to be a retarded scumbag, then you can go cheat on your wife at a concert where you're liable to be put on a massive camera in front of everyone, tens of thousands of people here in Boston, watching this.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. I'm not quite sure.
That's a Coldplay concert, and it is the most viral clip on the internet.
The internet, of course, did not hold back. Memes exploded. Kiss Cam Chronicles. Jumbotron scandal. CEO caught in 4K. Someone even posted, "Forget the Pentagon leaks. I want the Astronomer Slack logs." And then came the editorials. New York Post ran the headline Jumbotron, and dozens of podcasts jumped on the story. Commentators debated the ethics of workplace romance, the hypocrisy of corporate leadership, and even the morality of exposing private lives through public shaming. But as the scandal escalated, one thing was clear. This wasn't just about two people caught in an affair. This was about a systemic failure in power, privacy, and professionalism.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay?
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Can you feel the tension? Oh, look at these two. All right.
What are we gonna do? My wife is here.
You said she's in row P. She won't even see us. Oh!
Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
While others have relished the opportunity to recreate the now infamous moment.
Oh, they did it!
Meanwhile, back at home, Andy Byron's wife, Megan Kerrigan Byron, made her move. She didn't call TMZ. She didn't make a viral video. She just removed Byron from her social media profiles and quietly unfollowed Andy. It was subtle, powerful, and oh so calculated. It told the world everything without saying a word. And honestly, that's how you respond to betrayal in the digital age. With silence sharp enough to cut through scandal, Kristin, on the other hand, went ghost. No comments, no public appearances, no trace. Her digital footprint vanished, likely under advice from lawyers.
He actually bends down to get out of the, like squatting to get out of the site. Honestly, they should have listened to me. Look, well, he's really hugging her. It's tight.
Yeah, you just lean in. You have to lean in at that point.
Right?
They're both married, not for long.
And here's the kicker. This could have all been avoided. I mean, who brings their affair partner to a stadium packed with 60,000 people and national media attention? Seriously, what was the game plan here? Blend in with the Coldplay fans and hope the Kiss Cam skips your row? The fact that they panicked when the camera hit them only confirmed what everyone suspected. Andy practically melted into his chair. Kristin turned away. Their body language screamed guilt. It wasn't just cringe, it was career-ending.
What a class act. Go, Megan. Get that divorce lawyer and get the money. Okay, so
Coldplay threw a couple on the Kiss Cam. Turns out they were having an affair? I don't think even Coldplay can fix this.
Since then, Astronomer has been in full damage control mode. Interim CEO Pete DeJoy is doing the press rounds, trying to steer the company back to its product roots. But let's be real. When your name trends next to Coldplay affair, it's hard to talk about AI tools. Investors are nervous, employees are embarrassed, and competitors are watching closely. The scandal has already overshadowed their upcoming product launch. Some insiders believe Astronomer may even rebrand entirely, change the name, change the leadership, start fresh. The lack of statements from both Byron and Cabot is suspicious. Are they under NDAs? Are lawsuits being prepped behind closed doors? Or are they just hoping the internet forgets? Either way, the silence speaks volumes. Legal experts have chimed in, saying if there's evidence of favoritism or retaliation, this could result in shareholder lawsuits or SEC attention. And with the whistleblower threatening to release evidence, this thing isn't cooling down anytime soon. If anything, we're just in Act 2. So what does this mean for the rest of us? Well, for starters, don't date your HR chief. Don't take your side piece to public concerts. And definitely don't underestimate the power of a TikTok with good lighting. This story is a cautionary tale wrapped in a meme storm. It's about how fast secrets unravel, how corporate power can get tangled with personal desire, and how the internet is always, always watching. And there you have it. A scandal that started with a kiss and might end in court. Do you believe the ex-employee? Will we ever see those alleged Slack messages? Is this just gossip or the beginning of a tech industry reckoning? Either way, if anything leaks, you know we'll be the first to spill it. So hit that like button, subscribe for more scandal breakdowns, and turn on that bell. Because at HushBuzzz, the truth never stays buried for long. See you next time.